Asking Radio News on the mobile app, on smart speaker, online at askingradio.com and on radio on 98.5 Speed FM. It's now time for Asking Radio News.
From Asking Media Newsroom at the Spy Center in Makurdi, I am King James YiYE, keeping you up to speed with what's happening around you. Benue State Governor, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Umem says the newly commissioned Benue Fashion Hub in Makurdi represents more than just an infrastructure.
It is an embodiment of our collective vision for a prosperous, creative and empowered Benue State.
Reverend Father Alia conveys his appreciation to the federal government through the Vice President for the love for the state.
Your visit to Benue State for the second time in less than 6 months is a testament to the partnership between Benue State and the federal government, and we are deeply appreciative.
Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima says the Benue Fashion Hub is the largest in the country. That's the latest Asking Radio News from the Spy Center in Makurdi. And I am King James YiYE, keeping you up to speed with what's happening around you.
Asking Radio News is on the hour every hour. For all the details, go to askingradio.com.
Hello, Makurdi. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Speedy, welcome to the show for everyone. This is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. I am King James YiYE together with
Mmemshima King.
So we do this every day, Monday to Friday, to shape your life. I mean, there are a few things you can learn from us here. As Charlie Boy would say, from we people, ha ha ha. And no, it's not the Charlie Boy show, it's the King James show. By the way, do you think a lot of people know about the Charlie Boy show? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't want to say no because we might have some people that
watched it on
NTA.
Yes.
You can imagine.
Okay, so it's Extra Speed, and we are bringing a topic that we looked at last year. Is family friends. So 2 years we're bringing some of those topics or focus on the show that you want to learn from, or you told a friend that, look, this is what happened and they missed it. It's always there on Facebook or YouTube, but of course, just to make sure that if you're listening on the FM band, you get to know family friends, and we are live on Facebook. That's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi on Facebook as well. And good morning, my beautiful family. Somebody's Akasa page is already there on Facebook.
Good morning.
Yeah, so you can call 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Tell us about family friends, and if you would like to inherit them, or if your children or child should inherit family friends. We've looked at this last year. It's important for us to bring it back on extra speed. Okay, so 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Or you can join us on Facebook Live. And immediately after this show, it will also be on YouTube. So, family friends.
Yeah. So what do you think about family friends?
Well, just like so many people have thought about family friends, I don't think anything about family friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know Spy had friends. My mom basically doing her teaching and church CW whole thing. And her smooth selling.
Yeah.
So she didn't have friends. You know, she didn't have friends per se. Spy had friends.
Definitely, he would. He would.
Yeah, from secondary school. That's from Mina. The Mina in Lafayette.
Yeah.
The army. Then College of Education, Kasnala. And partly Unijos. And then teaching, you know, like that.
How about church members?
Church members.
He did.
He had some people from the church, but I don't think, Anyway, so these are the friends he had. So mostly his colleagues, and all of these people are far older than me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they call you once in a while? Some? Do they?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, if they discover that I am Spy's child, they say, "Oh, Teluka, like that." But they are not my friends. So, and I don't think I should just continue with their family or friends because they were Spy's friends.
Friends, exactly.
Not King James's friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So why should you inherit them?
For me, it's a no.
Exactly.
But nobody should call and think the way I'm thinking. I mean, if you call, just tell me if you would want your children to inherit your friends under the guise of family friends. So there is always underlying thing to learn from all of this because it's about the family, it's about the society, it's about you, it's about the world. So as always and as usual, we have that very strong team that brings feedback from the streets. It's Alama Shagodebi team. And let me quickly read this on Facebook before we go.
All right.
Daniel Taylor Degas says, "Let my children make their own friends. I can only guide them to choose wisely as an older and experienced person."
Okay.
So invariably, he is saying nothing like family friends. Make your friends. Let mine be. You. Exactly. So we go to Alama Shagodebi team to hear what people are saying.
All right.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
A family friend is good. It can, it can correct you where you are going wrong. Maybe you come to your house, you see where your children, they are 40, or you yourself, you are going wrong. It can correct you. No, don't do this, do that, don't do that, do this.
Okay. Would you want your children or your child to inherit your friends?
Yes, with reason. The one that I know that they have good character, good behaviors, they work hard.
Yeah, there's a condition there. So he would want his friends to inherit, his children to inherit his friends. But the ones that are good.
Good, yeah, character-wise. And where he said correction, I think he's looking at this angle where you have a friend that even when you are not around, the person would be able to correct your children if they are going astray. That's what I think he's talking about.
But even for himself, he said they can correct him.
They can correct him too when he's not doing something, maybe parenting wise, when he's the way he's parenting his children or something like that.
So I'm trying to look at this man's friends as counselors,
maybe
or very,
matured people, all of that. Maybe
I don't know, so experienced that they will come correcting
him
and his children.
Yeah, so I believe those should be friends that maybe either they got married before him and they have children and they know how these things are done. So maybe they correct him.
Wow.
I'm just assuming. I'm not.
I wish everybody should have his kind of friends.
Yeah.
It's extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. It's family friends And would you want your children to inherit your friends under the guise of family friends? You know, so from you to your children, to everybody. Wow. That sounds strange.
It does, right?
Yeah. Family friends. Okay. So let's hear from more people.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
It is good having family friends if they are good ones. To have a friend, an intimate friend, making your own family an intimate friend helps in so many ways. There are a lot of things that you encourage yourselves together. You do some good things together. So having family friends is good.
Would you want your children or child to inherit your friends?
All depends. If the friends are good ones, but if they are not good ones, you stay away from. You can still maintain the relationship.
So how can you be maintaining a relationship with
Okay, King.
how can you be maintaining a relationship with family that are, people that are bad?
Yeah,
and,
that's what I was thinking too in my head.
Yeah.
You're saying it all depends if they are not good. So why do you have them? Because if you have them around you and maybe your children decide that, okay, they want to be friends with that particular friend's children, and you say, no, I don't want you to be friends with his children because of his behavior or his character, then why do you have them around? I think we should set examples as parents too to our children.
Yeah, because that's where the confusion really is. Because he's trying to say it depends. I can have family friends provided they are good.
Yes.
It means that even if they are bad, you are keeping them.
You are keeping them.
So perhaps you know how to save the bad ones from the good ones. But your children don't know the difference.
They don't know exactly.
And all they know is that they are seeing you with someone.
That person, yeah.
And what if they decide to?
So that's when the influence comes in.
Yeah.
But you can also tell me that if you have those friends that are not good, you will also, at least there's a way they can also like manipulate you in a little way that you might find yourself doing some things that you don't want your children to see you do, I believe so. I don't know about you.
I don't know, but you see the problem here is this. You have friends, no doubt.
Yeah.
But people are beginning to say it depends. It depends whether they are good or bad. So the question is, so you keep bad friends as well. And maybe you keep them away from home. You do the bad things away from home, and they are not family friends. Perhaps your own friends. So your children and family don't get to see them.
Okay.
Maybe that's what he's saying.
Maybe.
I don't know. You can call now 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Family friends. And would you want your children or child to inherit your friends? Are you going to pass them over to your children?
Like inheritance.
Yeah. The way you pass a house over to them. Good morning, Mmemshima King, the radio queen. Good morning, King James YiYE, the radio wizard. Good morning, listeners across the globe. If you are watching, please do not forget to like, comment, and share.
Yeah.
That's Wedikpa Tezugo Bernard. All right. So we go back to Allah Mashagodobi team and we'll try to find out what people are saying about family friends and if they would want their friends to inherit their
children to inherit your
friends. Their children. Okay, their friends to inherit their children.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
I do not think about a family friend because friends this time around just not able to trust anyone because just few days back there's someone I did not know anywhere. I carry him as my brother, but the boy betrayed me. So I'm feeling so confused to trust anyone, like calling a friend. So for my own concern, I do not trust anyone like a friend.
Would you want your children or child to inherit your friends?
Is that if I find anyone that my children can able to find something in them, It's left for them. It's not my concern about my children heritage them. It's my children find something in them that they like. They are okay to heritage them.
Okay, it's left for her children to find something that they like to inherit them. That's what she's saying basically. And I think the issue of trust that she spoke about, I think we are now in a generation where I think parents are also making their children to be aware of some things, especially their girl child, because at times, even as a father, you can have a friend that you would want him to come to your house, and if your children are not guided, especially your female kids, if they are not guided, they might assume that person is part of the family, and you know what would happen, because we've had so many cases that we've seen in the news, social media and all of that, because
Child
of
molestation.
exactly. So I think I like the angle where she came with that trust. You can't really trust someone to allow your children to be free with the person.
So the issue of trust, I think the female mind, you may argue that they trust easily, but I don't think so, because they are the ones that are seeing that angle more than the men. Men sometimes feel like, oh, it's just a friend, family friend, blah blah blah. But you see what she's saying, and that's what she's saying, that her children are free to do that for her.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Asking.
Morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Comrade Udwata for Occupiers Extension.
Okay, Comrade Udwe. Go on.
Well, I want to approach this in two perspectives.
Okay.
You have friends, you have associates, you have classmates. So, a true friend stands for you even when you are not there. Associates are people you just meet. Either you call them acquaintance, or I don't know much about the grammar. I've read the science, so I don't. Then you have people you relate with in your place of work. These are three categories of people I can identify. A true friend will always speak about you, even positively, when you are not there. But it becomes very difficult now to have a true friend. So it depends on how you view people around you. And I don't understand what some people are saying, some are good, some are bad, some are that. If you know that somebody is not a good friend, please keep away from that person. Because some people come to you because they want to know who you are. But Molly once said that people that appear to be your friends, they're your enemies. People that you think your enemies are sometimes your friends. So they only come close to you to know who you are, so that they will know how to strike. So it becomes very difficult now to know who is a true friend. So to me, what I will conclude is that my children should imbibe what I teach them, and they can also learn from people who are good that are around them.
Yeah, because the categories you've mentioned, assuming that they are coming home, you know as an adult who's to stay away from, who is an associate, who is a classmate, and who is a friend. Your children don't know. All they know is they see this man with daddy always laughing.
Yeah.
So they may not be able to choose. Anyway, thank you very much. So that's the problem. But again, as we said, if you actually know, as people are saying, that some are bad, it depends. Perhaps maybe the starting point is for you to avoid them, some of those people. But it's a difficult one again, as I said, because some people are coming close. You are not inviting them.
Exactly.
How do you know if they are good or bad? Have a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
The Lolo and the Chief.
Yes, so good morning, Emeka.
Emeka, you're from North Bank.
Okay.
You see, oh my God, to have a true friend these days is something serious. If you look at who have been murdered, who have been sold out, who have had one problem or the other, it is those people they call their true friends. They are the ones that betray, because if you want to betray, if people want to get a person, they will look for his true friends. And the person you confide with, and you tell him, this is what I am thinking about doing. You are my good friend. Help me and advise me. the person will go out and start telling. That is somebody you call their true friend. So I am looking at it. It is very, very difficult these days not to have a true friend. Even in politics, the person you take very, very close to you and you discuss issues with him sometimes becomes somebody who will betray you. But that does not mean that there are no friends that are friends. And when you come to associate, somebody come to you, you associate with that person. He may not be the true friend. He may not be a good person that you will like so much. But just because this person comes to you frequently, both of you associate things together. Maybe you go to somewhere and have some certain things and come back. That one is not a true friend, indeed.
So the problem here is, I mean, all of them are coming close to you.
Exactly.
How would your children know who to trust?
Yes. When people are coming to you, there are the ones that comes to you maybe in the night. And maybe sometimes you see such a person having something that they will confide on you. It comes frequently to you.
Okay, so if you have the good ones that you know these ones are good, would you want your children to continue having that family friendship with them?
Yes, I would like my children to have family friendship with those ones that share things, those ones that are identified, those ones that will not sell my name out, who will not betray me.
Right.
There are the time you go around, you move around, you look at some people, maybe when you are not around, those people take care of your family. They come to see your family. When you are not even around, the person comes frequently to check how is your family doing. And when they are having problems when you are not around, such a person comes. That is a true friend indeed.
Okay, so for this one,
because you have money, they associate with you. They want to eat your money. They want to have that your money. Maybe you are having political appointments. They come to you. Many friends that you get during political appointment time or the offices may not be the genuine friends. They associate with you. They are the people who block those their genuine friends not to come. They will tell you all sorts of things. That's what is happening these days. Associate friends during politics.
Okay, so those ones from
immediately you leave office, they will abandon you.
So from what you are saying, from what you are saying, the good ones you don't mind, but the bad ones you don't want them to come close to your family.
Yes, I don't want the bad ones. I need the good ones.
All right.
Those ones, soon when you are having problem, when you are sick, when you have problem of money, they come, they rescue you. Maybe when there is problem coming before you, and they identify and they see that something is going to happen to you, and they tell you immediately. Those are the true friends.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless Speed FM as we continue speeding on. And I do know that during December month, we never cry. Never cry. We'll continue moving. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome. Extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. And we looking at family friends. Would you want your children to inherit your friends, family friends?
Yeah.
Obviously, people are saying the good ones. Why not? The problem here is how to identify the good ones. Everybody seems to have that problem. Teokula Samuel says, good morning, King James and the Radio Queen.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show this morning. I am Samuel watching live from Lagos. And bro Abraham Merrigawan says, if they're interested in continuing with the friendship after me, it's fine, but I can't force them to do so. They have their own decision to make after me. So, well, if you want to make friends, that's up to you. That's what he's saying.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, King James. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, this is Ombugus on the line.
Okay.
Ombugus, good morning.
Good morning. How is the family this morning?
Very well, we thank God. And family friends, would you want your children to inherit your friends?
Family friends, it depends. You know, when you are having a relationship with others' friends, I believe whatever you people are doing, your children are watching. whatever the relationship you people are going through, your children are watching. Understand? Because I could understand that there is particular friends. The way you people are behaving, the way people are taking things together, they are even more than a brother. So when you look at this kind of friends, I believe your children, they are seeing it, they are watching it. You must not even tell them first. Say, Kai, the way my parents are together with these people, the cordial relationship, I believe, okay, let me pick it from there, if really they want it.
Right.
So, and we have other friends that they are just a kind of casual friends. When they come, the way you guys do things, the relationship between the relationship between the parent, the children are seeing it. It's not that cordial the way the other peoples are doing, other friends are doing with their parents. From there, they will pick it up. If they want to continue with it, it's left for them. If they don't want, but I believe they are watching it. That's my own take this morning.
Right, Sombagus. Yeah, that's quite incisive there. He's saying that it's like a mirror. Whatever is happening, once they're coming close to the family, the children are saying, he believes they will see the bad and save it, away from the good and take the good, obviously.
Hopefully.
Okay, hopefully as well. As Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM is Extra Speed, is King James Yiye together with
Mmemshima King.
And family friends, who are they? And would you want your children to inherit them? 08084275464. That's 08084275464. That's the number to call if you want to contribute. And of course on Facebook as well. We are live. Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi on Facebook. So we go to Alamashagodobe to hear what people are saying.
Okay.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Just like it sounds now, they are supposed to be friends to your family, right? They can influence your family members negatively or positively. They can also reorient them, like do something to them that can make them and most times they are not really helpful, especially in a society like ours.
Would you allow your children or your child inherit your friends?
No, that's not a very good thing to do, because for the reason why they are my friends, it might not be for the same reason why they should be their friends. All right, so you can dislike somebody for something and that person does not do the same thing to your children. So the fact that the person doesn't like you does not mean the person may not like your children. All right, but generally speaking, since I don't have family friends like that, there's nobody to inherit as friends.
So there's nobody to inherit as friends.
So what does he say? Because they drag at the question of, would you want your children to inherit them? Everybody drags.
Yes, everybody drags. So that means there's a question mark.
There is.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
So what it means is that people are actually keeping people that they're calling friends.
Exactly.
But there are some things that when it comes to your own family,
you don't want them close. Yeah, you don't want at all. One of our callers said we have friends, associates, and classmates. But the thing is, colleagues too. But how do you differentiate that? Because your classmates would still come to your home, your children are seen, and they just mark that person as your friend. You understand?
And you talk and laugh and shake hands.
Exactly, and maybe the things that you tell your children not to do with a stranger, in quotes, they find you doing that. You understand? With the person that you call your classmate. And if that person leaves, and your children ask you a question, you're like, no, that's not my friend. But you're doing the same thing that a friend would normally do with that person. You don't understand? So how do you differentiate that? Are you not supposed to bring your classmates home, or your colleagues, or your associates? You have to just differentiate where you would meet because of your children, because you have something to protect. So I think by that, your children would be able to balance who they see around their parents and know how they can work towards those people. Because imagine you have a classmate that you bring home frequently, but the person doesn't have a good behavior, and your children sees that person on the road and just, oh, that's my dad's friend, and you find your child going to the person, talking, or go to the person's house and eat food and all of that. If you see that as a father, you might not be happy,
But you brought him.
Exactly. So I just feel we should try and just differentiate our meeting points.
Meeting points.
Yeah.
Where should they be meeting?
Maybe your classmates, you guys should just have where you would meet, your workers at your workplace and all of that, not to bring them into your family.
Because that's actually true. I mean, maybe you have a drunk as, come on, somebody's on the line. Listen to them.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Morning, ma.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, your name and where you're calling from?
Migbe Cornelius calling from Akpiye.
Okay, go on, Cornelius.
Cornelius, you again. Go on.
Children,
Uh-huh.
like my dad, when he was alive, he had friends, and from the friends, there are some things he say about some friends that made us know. Though I appreciate God, we grew up to a certain level, we knew what was bad and wrong. So when he says some certain things about friends, you as a child, you also know this is the kind of person this little person was. So we will only give respect as an elder, and you know how to handle such people. Where to place such people. So,
Okay, so Cornelius, what you are saying is they would come visit, they may crack jokes, but once the person leaves, he will tell you who they truly are, something like that.
not really, but to a certain time, there must be an incident where they will say, this is what this person is, and this is what this person is saying, and I can't do it. I can't get off and this one. So something of that nature.
Okay.
But it's a difficult one, isn't it?
It is.
Because you are training up a child, you are with this person, but you can't turn around and say how bad they are. But the child is asking himself, so why are you always with that person? So is it not a difficult one there?
It's a difficult one, but you see,
I understand. I understand.
It's actually a difficult one. Yeah.
So thank you for calling.
Yeah.
yes, and one thing, you cannot deserve all the good things in life. But the ability to make your children to separate, that is to understand a certain level of dealing with people, makes them define what your children will be in future. So you cannot say you will separate this one, whether it's good or bad, and this one, because you don't know who. Even a bad clock is always right at times.
All right. Thank you, Cornelius. Yeah. Okay. So, from what he's saying, I think if I understand him, which I should, he's saying more like if you begin from training your children to decipher between good and bad as they're growing up. In his own case, I think that was the advantage they had as well.
Yeah.
Because he's saying that his father trained them in such a way that they knew good from bad.
Yeah.
So as growing up, they're looking at it. So sometimes the children may on their own go and say that this man that is always coming, I don't like him, he talks too much.
That's very true. That's very true. And again, if you're looking at it from another different generation now, our own generation was different. You understand? Your parents might tell you that, okay, I am with this person, but doesn't mean that person should be your friend. Also, you understand? Or don't be friends with the person's children. It's different. We understood. But this generation, imagine you are at home and you're telling your child,
big man.
Yeah, this present generation that tell this person I am not around, and you are at home. What would he be thinking? His thinking is different from the way we were taught.
Exactly. First, big man would think about, Daddy, why are you lying?
Why are you lying?
Yeah.
You told us not to. You
lie,
lie, and you are doing it.
But Daddy, you are at home. That's what he will say, exactly.
Exactly, that's what he's going to say.
You will say, yeah, I'm at home, but don't tell him I'm at home. No, but you are at home.
But you are at home.
Why? Why not? They will ask you back.
Exactly. Just like the day we traveled and his uncle said something insultive to someone. When we came back, he said it, and I was surprised. I was like, why would you say that? He was like, his uncle said that.
Exactly.
So when I was trying to correct him, he told me, why did I not correct his uncle? So I was like, your uncle is big enough to know what's good and what's bad. So this generation is different. This generation, they ask you why, and you have to give them a proper answer to that. Even if you look at it, even when it comes to family, there are some of your family like members that you don't even want your children to even get close to them at all. So it's the same thing to as family friends too.
But it's difficult for you to say.
It is, but what would you do? You just have to just try your best. That's why we are role models to our children.
Right. Okay, Ochediko Chanya Jasmine says, good morning, asking radio streaming live in Abuja. Okay, it's King James together with
Mmemshima King.
And we're looking at family friends. Who are they? What are they? And would you want your children to inherit them? Everybody knows, but they are having bad and good friends. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
08084275464. That's 08084275464. Call now and tell us what do you think about family friends, to inherit or not to inherit. 08084275464. And I think we go back to Alama Shagodebi team, except a call comes in immediately. Otherwise, let's hear from what they are saying.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
I think there's nothing wrong about having family friends because they are so inspiring. Before you choose somebody as a friend, I guess you must have observed them for some time and maybe able to appreciate their values as a family, and then you try to get closer to them or as destiny goes on. So I'm sure you must have seen something good in them before you can identify with them as a family friend.
Would you want your children or child to inherit your friends?
I think there's nothing wrong with that if their values are good with mine and they are able to build a relationship for a long period of time, I think, and they maintain that love, that unity. I think there's nothing wrong my mom family inheriting from there, because I think they have a good legacy. And they too, it's not by force because they are observing. If they are good to us and we are moving, nothing is important. There's nothing wrong.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like what she said. It's more like you have to be careful before you bring someone to the family. You have to be sure of that person first of all before you bring the person to the family. That was what she said. And she said something about love and unity. If you observe that thing in the person, I think that should be a good one. Remember what Emeka said. Emeka said something that there are some friends that even you don't need to call them, but they are always there for you. So even if, God forbid, maybe the father or the mother, something happens to them and they are no more there, but that friend is always there for the family, I don't really think you need to force the children. Automatically, the children will actually see that this person is different and it's someone that they can rely on, because they are not going to that person for help, but the person actually coming to them and asking them if you need help, if you need anything, but they are always there for the family. So
key things there from her response are linking it to what others are saying. Someone you call a friend, perhaps that's where Comrade was talking about.
Yes.
Friends, associates,
co-workers,
mates and co-workers. Because the ones that what people are trying to say is a difficult one, if you ask me.
Is.
Because even you are told in the society you can't necessarily say that you can only get close to good people. Cornelius was also saying it.
Yes.
You can't decide that only good things should happen around you. Meaning that even if your neighbor or colleague or any other person is not necessarily a good person, it's not you to decide not to keep them close to you or not. Something like that. I think they're trying to say you can have human beings around you. Some are bad, some are good. Even the so-called friends trying to come close. Some are even coming to just monitoring spirits, as they say on Facebook, to see how well or otherwise you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
And but again, when people are now saying that for you to have those ones that you call friends, you should actually see if they are good enough first.
Exactly.
That is why it's difficult.
That's why it's difficult. I don't really think so.
Because your colleague, but I think it's in your hands from what people are suggesting.
Yes, it is.
If that
Obviously.
lousy colleague of yours
Mhm.
who is so lazy and only talks wants to come and visit you, I think you can give excuses
Mhm.
that you are not at home
you
or
are not-
something.
Definitely, you are not at home. That's true.
Or you
can-
meet elsewhere.
Yeah, and funnily enough, I think the generation back, there are some friends, just as you said, that your parents they might have, and the person is noisy. The person is likes poke nosing and asking questions. You find the children based on how their parents they've trained them. You find the children disliking that person. And even when the person comes home and they know very well that their parents are at home, they will tell the person that their mother or their father is not around
Yeah, so
because
there
they
you
don't
go.
exactly
Yeah.
because they don't like that particular person. And if peradventure that person meets maybe the parent, I'm like, oh, I came to your house, but your child told me this and that. You find your mother or your father scolding you in front of the person, but when the person leaves, they give you high five, like very good, you know. So
Or sometimes my father would say, I was sleeping, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
He would cover me
Mhm.
because they too, they would see that this particular person,
Mhm.
sometimes a colleague, is going to have a negative influence
Exactly.
on us. So you
Mhm.
would not want them. If you go to teach,
Mm.
he was teaching at St. Mary's when he came back from the army. Taught in primary school and all of that before teaching at St. Mary's. So some of those people with their orientation, some of his colleagues, he didn't like them to come close to us,
Mhm.
including their children.
Yes.
So what he would do is that you meet in school. If you are coming to see him and he sights you from a distance, so he has given us long-lasting standing instructions.
Yeah.
If this one comes, I'm not at home.
Mhm.
So you simply say your daddy is sleeping.
He's sleeping,
Then they will
yeah.
tell you, but go and check the room. I say, no, he will beat me. So you say that.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even influence us
Mhm, mhm.
from the age, even from 5, 6.
Of course.
They taught us all
But
those
this
things.
generation is different.
It's different because
different.
it's different because if you generally tell them that it's not good to lie and you
Mhm.
stop at that.
Mhm.
So when something is happening and you now want to say this, they are the ones that are going to ask you, but you say we should not lie.
You should not lie, yeah. Or you hear them whispering and like, daddy is lying.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, you don't know how to explain. But
Mhm.
for us, they
Mhm.
explained you knew when you were lying for good.
Yes.
So they taught us all those ones, and we knew those ones. But here, this generation, I
It's just
think
different.
It's different
Mm.
because you tell them certain things, and what they find you doing, well, I don't know for you. Extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5. Speed FM, catch us if you can. And we're looking at family friends to be or not to be. They're your friends. That's what people are saying. So why do you want to bring them home to give your children to take over from there? Is it an asset? You can call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. And of course, tell us what do you think about your family friends if you have them, and if you would like your children to inherit them. Back to Facebook. Tezun with Frankie Motes says, good morning, King James Yiye. Good morning, Mmemshima King in the studio. For me, it depends how their character is. I have some certain friends that I can allow my children to inherit, but if they don't want, I can't force them. Some come close to you in the name of friendship, but open your eye, they are scam people. Don't allow your children to inherit such friends.
Yes.
Streaming live in Ikoyi, Lagos. Wedding Patezunwa Bernard says, I cannot allow my children to inherit my friends because no matter how good your friend is to you, he or she may not treat your children exactly the way you treat them. And nowadays it is hard to get a good friend who you will trust wholeheartedly. Even the ones you call your best friends sometimes end up betraying you.
Wow.
So look at this scenario here. You have friends. All you guys do is sit out, hang around, call side chicks, have a bottle, have fish, and cowtail pepper soup and all of that. So these are the friends you have. Now, and maybe taking underage girls, to go and hang out.
Exactly.
So you have underage girls or teenagers at home.
At
Would you
home.
bring such friends home?
That's a no.
It's a no, but
It's
they are
a no.
friends.
It's a no, like it's a no,
Oh,
a
yeah.
serious no.
Oh,
No
yeah.
way.
I see.
What examples am I telling my girls? You understand? They are seen as in their own age mates with those guys that they know that they are obviously married. So what do you want to tell them? So those are the kind of friends that you keep as a father? No, I can't
Well,
bring them home.
So bring those ones home. Let your daughters inherit them as well.
No. That's it. No.
What's good for the
For the
goose
Mhm.
is
It's
good
also
for the
good.
gander. What's good for the geese or goose is good for the gander or gender. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. Family friends to keep or not to keep. To bring home or not to bring home. You guys are always hanging out, drinking and calling small girls. Bring them home. Let them call your own girls as well.
Hello, good morning.
I'm there.
Nina.
Who was on it?
Your name?
And the Bang Banje. Who do we have here?
I'm going to.
Botson.
Kaka,
Right. So, right, unfortunate Tombobaya. Family friends, do you want to have your children inherit yours or not?
let's show all quite dala. Ufa, niti mahaya, you must say, I say boom, Chakomba, Boki. Kaya, unege, alo, Tagado, Shakespeare by, I mean, your Caesar, by William Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Unege Bluetooth, yeah, very close.
So, but people are missing, so you can speak English. So, switch to English.
Okay, now.
Yes.
We can speak more.
Yes.
You know, see, if you read Julius Shakespeare, Julius Caesar, you see how close Brutus was to Julius Caesar. But when they conspired to kill him, Brutus stabbed Caesar. And you know, Caesar said something. He questioned him, even you, Brutus.
Yeah.
And you go back to Bible, you see how close Judas Iscariot was close to Christ. And he told him. So what you people are doing there, you are only increasing our education in how to deal with friends. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
So he's trying to say, or he has actually said, the close ones, even the ones that you actually think they are close friends, they are the ones that end up betraying.
Exactly.
Emeka said the same thing.
That's true. That's
So
very true.
it's a difficult one.
It
Even
is.
the ones that are friends may end up. So how do you actually know? So what this means is if you can survive your friends, let them remain your friends.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Thomas Ika, calling from Onitsha, Anambra State.
Okay. How is Onitsha this morning?
It's very cool.
Okay. Go on, family friends. Do you want your children to inherit your friends?
Well, I'm appreciate the fact that you will bring this program out for us to learn a lesson.
Okay.
And my appreciation goes to that my brother that spoke in our dialect.
Okay.
Because here that I am in Igbo land, they do mix their dialect and English. Well, because I normally listen to the radio. So during program like this, they normally, some people normally speak Igbo. Why if we are listening in English, they normally speak in Igbo. So I appreciate the fact that my brother speaks two language. So I'm very grateful here in Igbo that I am listening to FM. So I'm appreciate that my brother. Thank you so much.
You're
Have a
welcome.
nice day.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so you can listen to TIV every day at 5 o'clock. Are you still there? All right. And so every day 5 p.m. You listen to TIV for 1 hour. So he ended up not telling us about Family friends.
I think he doesn't have friends.
He's just happy that he's in Onitsha in Anambra State, and somebody calls a program that is in English language and speaks Steve.
Yeah.
He's happy about that. According to him, in Igbo land, they mix. Okay,
Both
so he has
English
one
and
speed
Tiv.
FM mixing.
Yeah. I think I would need to learn Tiv so we can be mixing.
Right. Awazu. Tom Tom says, good morning, Speed FM. Good morning, Tom Tom. As extra speed, we've got less than 10 minutes to go on the show and family friends to be or not to be. Let's listen to people on the streets. Alamasha Gudebi.
Okay.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Family friends are friends that are close to you that added value to your life.
Would you want your children or child to inherit your friends?
Well, that is with a good character. Those sons that come with a good character, you can discuss with your children. Even your children are seeing it. You understand? They are seeing what your friend are putting into your life as a value. So with that, with a good value and with a good character, your child can take some sample from them and make use of it.
So one thing I am finding it hard to take this one home is because children may not be able to know good from bad.
Hello, good morning.
That radio is super loud. It's too loud. Move away from it or turn it down completely. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Yosunde Washi. I'm calling from Asukunya, a man from Yande Boko, local government area of Benue State.
Okay.
Good to have you. So, would you want your children to inherit your friends, family friends?
Yes.
Tell us.
Can I say I can do?
Yes,
Because
go ahead, yeah.
I like my children to inherit my friends, but not of all. We have different type of friends. There is a friend that you can take to your family to be as a family friend. There is some friends that you will be with them as a roadside friends. And there is some friends that you will be with them as a fashion friend. So there are a different type of friends.
So you are a tailor, so you have some fashion friends.
Yes, there is some fashion friends. We used to have some fashion friends in a gathering like this. We used to sit with them in order to have a little, can I say, enjoyment outside.
But those ones don't come close to your family.
And yes, the family friends, those ones are friends which are very coupled with their people, parents, children, and wives. Not those ones that they are just ordinary like that.
All right.
Because those ones, they cannot give you something that will be incorrigible to your own family. But these roadside ones, they cannot advise you in a way you will be happy with your family.
All right. Okay.
So I like to inherit that family friend.
Okay. Oshi, good to have you.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Right. So what he has said, he has mentioned something that nobody has mentioned.
Yes.
He's trying to say that as a married family man,
Exactly.
your family friend should also be married.
Exactly.
So he's trying to say that they will have values because they are also protecting their own family.
Exactly.
So he thinks those ones are different from the roadside
roadside,
ones, especially the ones that don't have a family.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
when he
fashion
said
ones.
they are roadside friends. I really like the way he broke it down. Hello, good
Turn
morning.
down your radio, please. Tell us your name or where you're calling from.
So I'm back. It's Apachina from Bayatomo.
Right, Apachina, yeah.
I'm just appealing to you that after this program, when switching off to music, play a song by Jody Watere to educate us more on friends are hard to find, Friends.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I had that in mind as well. So we will do that.
That's nice.
Thank you. Right. Okay, so it's about friends. So we listen to Alamasha Godobi just one more before we go.
This is Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Yes, my think about family friends. Moreover, my family friends is good. Some are bad. Some are even more than your own. How do I say, your own blood brothers and sisters. Some are even better than them. Family friends, they can help you, and some can help, some cannot help. Some give you good advice. In short, they are in two ways, good and bad. They are.
Would you want your children or child to inherit your friends?
Never. I can never want my child to inherit my friend. My child to be like me, not my friend.
Yeah.
The man said never.
He said never.
Never.
Yeah, because he has friends, but he doesn't trust them in some cases.
Yeah.
So that is how it works. You have your friends you don't trust. We have a caller here.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
It's Patrick Gabriel from Memorize.
Okay, Gabriel, go on. Family friends. Would you want your children to inherit your friends?
Never.
Okay, wow.
There isn't been that. Human beings are difficult. Yes, I can only tell my family about my good friends. And when I'm not there, it's their wish to decide. But for me to guarantee that, never. Because humans, as you see them, there's no time they're 100% good. Yes.
Right.
Thank you so.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you for this program.
Thank you.
So I like the way they say never.
Never.
Emphatically, there is nothing that will make them, to have those ones introduced to their family. So they're trying to also say that, okay, there are some that are good. These ones, we can take them close to the family, and then the children see everything for themselves, and they can decide to make these ones their friends, but not necessarily to say, inherit my friends. But it's in a way you're bringing them, the good ones, home, and your children get to see them, and somehow. But this generation, I think you can make a little effort to do things that our parents did. There's nothing wrong. You can say that some people are not good, even though you keep them, but they are this. You can tell your children something.
Try it and see. Let's see how they would take it.
Even if they ask you, so that why are you? You can say, yeah, I'm an adult. I know good from bad. So they can influence me by you. They may. So please, this is this, that, and I think.
And I also feel that there are times that children too, they can advise their parents too, because I have seen that, especially for mothers that, when we are married, as a married women, you still have some single friends that you bring them home and you're like, okay, this is my friend, take her to as a mother and all of that. And some women would go as far as even traveling and leaving this single friend at home with the children and their husband. And at times your daughter is like giving you a sign that mommy, but then you are like, no, that's my friend and all of that. So I think as parents too, we should try and listen to our children too.
I think somebody told us that was something like that last year when we brought this topic on air. I think somebody mentioned that. Okay. Good friends.
Good friends.
Go and leave your wife with your good friends and travel. Bring your single friend home. Let your husband, stay with and travel. Family friends. Good for you. You come back and tell us. It's time to say bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, so bye. We'll play friends after the news. See you.
Okay.
Staying up till